wanted to spill the tea for y'all. I'll just prep with my bottled water because girl gotta stay hydrated, right? Good. You ready? Let's get started. Hi everyone, it's Z here. There's a lot that they don't tell you about online tutoring, but today I'm here to spill the tea for y'all. I hope that with my first-hand experience or insights, it will help you to prepare for your journey to becoming an online tutor, knowing what to expect and has the best possible experience. If you have any valuable insights or anything that you hope that someone had told you when you first started as an online tutor, feel free to share them below so people who are interested or the prospective online tutor can learn a thing or two from our comment section. Remember, we are here to support each other on our tutoring journey. Now grab your water, grab your tea or grab your coffee and let's get started. Number 1, tutoring is not easy money. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires dedication, passion and hard work. You can't just sit in front of your computer and talk. You have to prep for the lessons. You have to know what your student needs, provide feedback, homework. When I first started, it took me about 30 minutes to an hour to prepare for one lesson. Sometimes I will have 5 back-to-back lessons, which means I will have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours sitting down and doing my lesson prep because my students include children, adults, university students. Each age group require different lesson plan, different material. Yeah, I'll just have to sit down and work. 2 years in, I now take about 5 to 20 minutes to prep for a lesson. It gets better, I promise. If you're interested in how I prepare my lesson plan, material, resources, you can check out this video. If you are short on time, you can access to my resource bank. It's a one-stop shop for my lesson plan, materials, homework, student feedback, and everything. So just grab that and you can get started right away. Number 2, burnout is real. It's very real. As an online tutor, it's really easy to fall into the trap of working longer hours, sacrificing your personal time, your family time, just to rack up the hours, ranking higher on the platform. But overworking yourself can actually lead to burnout and eventually you will lose all the motivation to teach. I personally learned this a hard way by working 40 extra hours on top of my full-time job, hitting my 180 hours monthly record. After a month of doing that, I was completely drained. I lost motivation to tutor. I became sick of tutoring. It was actually a wake-up call that I have been neglecting my personal health, my family time, and I have been pushing myself too hard. Lucky for me, I quickly adjusted so that I could keep doing this. While this strategy actually provided me the financial buffer for my long-term plan, it is not sustainable, especially when you have 2 jobs. Teaching can be incredibly rewarding, but it is also mentally and physically exhausting. It is important to remember that burning out is not an option if you want to continue to do what you love. So whenever you are feeling burnt out, take a step back. Focus on yourself a little while. Go for a walk, a short trip, go for a movie, read some book, go to the gym, do whatever that makes you happy. You will come back feeling refreshed and recharged, ready to tackle whatever comes into your way. And that brings me to the 3rd tip that I hope someone had told me when I first started as a tutor. It is important to set boundaries. Draw the line, say no when necessary. I know it can be tough to say no, but it's important to stand on your ground and say no. As a tutor, you may encounter a situation where a student or even the parent, they require additional academic services. For example, proofreading, checking their presentations, checking their children's homework. This is where you have to communicate and set clear boundaries. It's entirely up to you to decide whether you want to accept these additional services or you can communicate with them, say, hey, these services require me extra time and effort, therefore I would like to charge this amount. So if both parties are alright with it, we can just proceed. It's a win-win situation. But if they actually feel that, no, I don't want to pay anything extra because you are my tutor, you are supposed to do this, you can always reject the request. Remember, your time is equally valuable. It is totally okay to say no if a request is too much. The same goes to scheduling for lessons. It is important to have a clear policy in place. In this case, you don't want to be too rigid. At the same time, you don't want to be too lenient. Personally, I allow rescheduling with at least a day notice, but not on the day itself. With this, I can plan my days effectively and avoid any last-minute cancellation. I hope my fellow tutors know that You are the CEO of your own businesses. It's your responsibility to set ground rules at the beginning. Tell them what is your boundaries, what is the rules, what is the policy for rescheduling, what if they want to have additional services, what is your charge, how much would you charge extra. Tell them upfront. This way, everyone is on the same page. You can avoid any misunderstanding in the future. Most importantly, it helps maintaining a good rapport and a good relationship between you and your student because they know this is how this professional relationship works. Before, do you ever feel like you're not good enough or you are constantly doubting your abilities. Like, who am I to teach these people English? I have no prior teaching experience. I'm not a teacher. I have no teaching certificates, or I'm not a native speaker. For example, like me, I grew up in a very small town in Malaysia. 80% of people in my hometown, we speak Mandarin, Cantonese, Malay, even my school, because I went to a Chinese school, 中华小学. Everybody speak Mandarin, and I only started to communicate a lot more in English when I attended university when I was 18 years old. Oh, there were so many funny stories when I first started speaking English. Who knows? Today I am actually an English teacher. Wow! Okay, right. And blah blah blah, the list goes on. Yep, that is imposter syndrome. And it is a common struggle for many of us. The good news is you can overcome this, okay? First, believe in yourself and your strength. You have valuable knowledge and you have something to offer for your students. That's why they come to you for help. Everyone is a little bit nervous or uncertain when they're first starting something new. And that's normal. Don't let fear or the uncertainties hold you back from trying new things. Second, take action even though you are scared. Challenge yourself with new assignments or getting your student feedback. Celebrate your successes no matter how small they seem. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, you are learning and you are getting better every single day. It is also very important to seek support from others, whether it's from your student or other fellow teachers or from Reddit, Quora, the community on your platform. Don't hesitate to share your experience or ask questions. Most of the time, people are more willing to share their experience with you rather than judging you like you are not doing this right, you are not doing that right. These are just our inner voice. So if you would like to connect with more teachers or if you have something to share, you can leave your comment down below so that it benefits more people if they watch this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions down below as well. I will reply. Kudos to my student and friends who have been showering me with so much assurance and trust. Thank you for being with me these 2 years. I have grown a lot. Thank you. If you ever feel like an imposter, take a step back. Remind yourself of your strength, trust in yourself, and then take a leap forward. Step up from your comfort zone, start experiencing and learn. If you need some personal assistance regarding your tutoring services, you can find me on my Italki profile or Fiverr, or just leave a comment down below. Number 5. It is okay to say, I don't know. As a tutor, it is important to understand that we are not walking encyclopedia. We are not a walking dictionary, and it's perfectly fine to say, I don't know, when faced with some questions that we have never come across. In fact, it could be a sign of humility and honesty that your student might appreciate. It is not about being the perfect tutor, rather about being a tutor who is willing to grow alongside your student. Trust me, I've been there struggling to explain a concept, or sometimes when my student asked me about some gaming terminology, as I have never gamed before, so I don't know any of the gaming terminology, but it's okay. Instead of faking my way through it, I actually tell them I have no idea. Can I Google? Or I will ask my student to explain more. And you know what? I've learned so much from these experiences. My students always treasure my transparency. Admitting that you don't know something can be difficult, but it's important to remember that we all have knowledge gap and areas that we can improve. By being honest and transparent, you are actually showing your student that it's okay to make mistakes. Even sometimes we as a tutor, we don't know the answers. So this is how we grow, how we learn, and it's okay not to have all the answers. The best part about saying I don't know is it can actually boost your students' creativity. So the next time if you are faced with the questions that you have no answers, don't be afraid to say I don't know. By embracing the idea that we don't know about something, we are actually opening ourselves to a world of continuous learning and growth. And that's what tutoring is all about, constantly improving ourselves and learning. That brings me to my next tip. Keep learning, keep growing, and never stop seeking new knowledge. As a tutor, you get to explore a diverse topic, culture, perspective with your student because they come from different backgrounds, culture, and have so much to offer. Being open-minded and willing to learn can be as valuable as attending a conferences, buying a course, or listening to a podcast. I've learned about the automobile supply chain, the carbon trading market, history, math, and even drawing skills from my younger children. Learning from my students not only improves my teaching skills, but also creates a more engaging and interactive lessons with them. After every lessons, I will actually add this new topic into my own resource bank I could reuse with my other students. But of course, you will have to tweak a little bit. With all the resources available online, like YouTube, podcasts, free articles, learning has been more and more accessible and easier. Keep exploring and sharing your favorite topic with your students, and in return, they will share you theirs. Remember, learning is is a process that never stops. Stay curious and open-minded. You will be surprised how much you will be able to learn from your student. Number 7, personality matters. Be compassionate and altruistic. When it comes to becoming a tutor, a personality plays a very important role. Sure, you have to know your subject inside out. You have to know how to teach. You have to be really knowledgeable. At the same time, a lot of other teachers could do that. Why would your student pick you instead of other tutor? Why are they sticking with you instead of choosing another person, right? You have to make sure that you show off your unique personality or strength, your teaching style that really set you apart from the competitions. As a tutor, we play a different role for students coming from different age groups, from a fun-loving teachers to a peer or to a mentor. Your words, your action, your support could really have a positive impact in their life. Being altruistic is a win-win situation. Your knowledge pool will expand as much as your student does. So take pride in your job and keep being an amazing tutor. I can't stress how important it is to have a routine. Having a routine gives me a sense of tranquility, knowing that what I have to do in a day. As part-time tutor, we all know how important it is to maximize our time and to stay top of our game. Having a set tutoring schedule from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. for the past 2 years while having a main job has been most effective for me. By sticking to this routine every day, I can maximize my productivity, earn a decent income, live a digital nomad lifestyle, traveling, or even getting enough rest. To give you an idea how I manage my time, this is a breakdown. I spend about 30% of my time sleeping, working full-time, 20% of my time tutoring, and about 15% to live my personal life. That includes hitting the gym, traveling, learning, or spending quality time with my friends and family. If you're interested with how I manage my time, check this video out. Have you been thinking about raising your price? Are you worried that raising your price will turn away your current students or even potential students? Well, not really. I wish that somebody had told me, please raise your price. Don't be afraid to raise your price. First thing first, take a moment to assess your current value. What are you providing for your students? Are you going above and beyond what is expected from you? Are you providing extra resources, materials, homework, or services? If yes, then you should definitely raise your price. Now, when it comes to pricing your online lessons, you have to be strategic and transparent. You don't want to set your price too low, ended up not rewarded for your hard work. You don't want to set your price too high that you can't deliver your services or the lessons promises, that you might turn away your potential students. Finding the right balance is key. You can adjust your prices based on your experience, your services, or even preparation time for each lessons. One strategy that you can use is to offer package deal. With this package deal, it incentivizes your students to purchase more lessons with you and they will stick with you longer. On Italki itself, it allows you to offer a 5, 10, 15, even 20 lesson package. And with the lesson packages, it buys you some time that you can demonstrate to your student. This is what you can deliver, and they could have a longer time frame to test it out, to reassess their own progress, which will be both beneficial for you and your student. So don't be afraid to raise your price. Make sure that you deliver what you promise. Be transparent and reasonable with your pricing, and you will get student. My last and final tip, portfolio is important. Having a solid portfolio works wonders for your teaching career. Your portfolio can help you to showcase to potential students what you have taught, what you can deliver. So please don't underestimate a well-curated portfolio. It can give you the edge you need to stand out from the crowd. That concludes things that I wish someone had told me when I first started tutoring. I hope you find this video helpful and informative. Please remember to subscribe or leave a comment below if you have any questions or even your own experiences. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye!